Hi everyone, I'm Brinton Sieferman. This is my persuasive speech. It's over positive effects of eating healthy and staying away from fast food. Here we go. Today for my persuasive speech, I'm going to talk about the positive effects of healthier eating and living a healthier lifestyle. Something I'm very passionate about, something I feel very strongly about. We live in a country surrounded by McDonald's on every street corner, and it makes our lives simple. Simple in terms of we don't have to go home and cook. We don't have to go to the grocery store and find food to cook when we get home. It's something that this country has a very, very, very hard problem with, and it's something that I feel like needs to change, and I'm working on it myself, and I think everyone around me needs to work on it. Good results come from setting a good example to others, and I think that's one thing that we need to work on within. I think if the American culture changes as a whole and we start eating healthier and start choosing to stay away from fast food, I think it'll convince a lot of people in a lot of places, not only in this country but outside of our borders, that they should do the same. Childhood obesity and adult obesity in this country is absolutely on the rise. It's something that is very, very sad to me that so many kids in this country struggle with childhood obesity, and so many people in this country, struggle with diabetes and heart disease and all the things that come along with being obese and not eating healthy and not working out and not doing the things we need to do to take care of our body. And it all starts with what we consume. People, not everyone is the kind of person that likes to go to the gym and work out and walk miles, but if we just make a conscious effort in this country to eat healthier, choose a healthier lifestyle, I think those numbers on childhood obesity and those numbers on adulthood diabetes and heart disease and people that die from heart attacks, it all has a direct correlation, and we need to work on it together. We need to work on it individually, and I think if we do those things, we will have a positive impact on not only our own lives but on so many other people's lives. Every day somebody dies from heart disease. Every day a kid dies from childhood obesity, and to me that's very, very sad. It's something that can be prevented. It's something that starts with that child's parents, and nobody will ever convince me that those parents are not at all responsible for those kids. I understand some kids have major problems, and those problems are out of our control, but the problems that we can control, we have to do a better job at controlling. There's so many negative things involving fast food and greasy food and processed food, and those things people don't read into. People just see that as an easy fix. It's easy. We don't have to go home and cook. We just run to McDonald's and grab a cheeseburger. We could just run up to the gas station and grab this or grab that. And if we just change the way we eat, things in life would be much easier for a lot of people. There's a lot of people that can't even stand to get out of the chair in the morning, or can't even get up off the couch, and are wheelchair bound because of obesity. And all this would change if we would just have a better conscious effort on what we eat. And I understand that just eating healthy is not enough, but for some people, exercise may not be an option, but eating healthier is an option. And if they can't exercise, that's fine, but they can eat healthier. Groceries are expensive in this country. It's something that my parents hate. They absolutely hate going to the grocery store because it's expensive. It is, and McDonald's is cheap, but that doesn't help our problem. Even if we took 4 out of 5 meals and made those 50% healthier than what we're consuming now, the obesity rate in this country would substantially go down. It's not that hard. Green vegetables, fruit, and lots of protein. Red meat. It's not that hard. But for some reason, our country wants to live and die through fast food chains, through burger joints, through Taco Bell, through all those things. None of those things are good for our bodies. And there's nothing I hate more than when people complain about their weight, but then they struggle to eat healthy. And I understand that obesity in some cases can't be stopped. There's cases where it's genetic. Those things we can't control. But what we have to do is we have to control what we can. And we have to quit doing the negatives. We have to quit eating the McDonald's. We have to quit eating the processed food or the greasy food. It's not that hard to continue to eat those same kinds of foods, but in a much healthier way. Take the grease away. Don't eat fried foods. Just eat grilled foods. It's not that hard, but people don't understand the right way to do things and the right way to eat healthy. And I'm not here to tell everyone that they need to change completely the way they eat, but there is a way to change the health and the nutritional value behind what you are eating. You don't have to stop eating hamburgers. You don't have to stop eating chicken sandwiches. But why can't you eat a grilled chicken sandwich? Why can't you eat a cheeseburger with only one piece of cheese? It's really not that hard. It's pretty simple. But I just don't understand why people cannot understand it. And here I have, I've discussed some of the negative things regarding food, and it bothers me that people in this country choose that way of life, and nobody can convince them. But, like I said before, if we set a good example, if we start doing the right things, we start showing people that hard work, determination, exercise, and eating healthy can completely change your lifestyle. There's so many people that commit suicide every day, and one of the major leading causes of suicide is your self-image. People aren't happy with their self-image. People don't like the way they look in the mirror. And I understand that. It's something that we all struggle with. Nobody's ever going to be happy, but one thing that bothers me is when people don't accept their self-image because of weight. Those are things that can be controlled. Those are things that can be changed. And diet pills aren't the answer. Diet pills are a good alternative in some cases when you just physically cannot work out. I understand people use them every day, and that's great. If that's what you have to do, that's what you have to do. But there's a lot of negative health effects behind diet pills, and they don't always work. It's something that those pharmaceutical companies want you to think that they always work, but they don't. It's something that we need to, in my opinion, start straying away from, because I think there's a better way to do it, and I think there's a more positive way to do it than taking a pill every morning. And my conclusion to all this is, one of the major things that I've thought about while writing this speech and doing research on this topic is, it's simple. Set a better self-image for everybody else. Be happy with yourself. I don't care if you weigh 100 pounds, 200, 300, 400. Just be happy with yourself and work hard every day to maintain a better self-image, put off a better self-image, give people the right example, show people your ways, help them out. If things work for you, show other people. Make sure people understand that there's people just like them. There's people that are wearing the same shoes they are. But there's help out there, and I think if we as a country, as we as a community, set a better example for a healthier lifestyle and set a better example for eating healthier foods, I think over time that problem will go away. It's never going to completely go away, but I think we can greatly improve the obesity rates, the childhood obesity rates, the heart disease, diabetes. We can improve all of that if we just set a better example for ourselves, set a better example for other people, and help people out. Be a good person. If it works for you, tell somebody else. If it doesn't work for you, tell somebody else. Ask for help. Ask other people what's working for them. Those are the things we have to do.